So today I'm going to be answering all of your AAT questions, so let's get started. Now firstly, there are 3 different levels of the AAT accounting qualification. So that qualification is different to the bookkeeping qualifications that you can see on the AAT website. So we're going to be talking about specifically the accounting qualifications through the AAT. So this is split across 3 different levels. So we've got AAT level 2, AAT level 3 and AAT level 4. Now you need to have passed AAT level 2 before you can move on to level 3, and then you need to have passed level 2 and level 3 before you can move on to level 4. Now in some circumstances you may already have qualifications from the past, so maybe you've been to university before, maybe you've got some higher level of qualification. Now you might actually be exempt from starting at AAT level 2. So there is actually a checker on the AAT website, which I'm just going to show you just up here. So you can check which level you need to start on based on your past qualifications. So in some cases, you might need to start at AAT level 2 despite those qualifications, or you might even start at AAT level 4. So it's definitely worth checking that in case you do have those exemptions. So question number 2, how long does it take to actually complete the AAT level 2, level 3 and level 4? Let's just say that you started at level 2. Well, it can take anywhere from 6 months to 3 years. So the AAT actually recommends that you take between 6 months and 12 months for each level. And there's a reason for that, because essentially you want to be building up the foundational knowledge that you've got at level 2, bringing that into level 3, and that'll be brought into level 4. So it's to give you that time to really build those foundation blocks. So think of a pyramid. You want to make sure that you've built the bottom layer before you move on to the next layer, etc. Because in each of those qualifications moving forward, they're going to be testing you on that knowledge from level 2. And then at level 4, they're going to test you on the knowledge that you've gained in level 2 and level 3. Question number 3, how long should you actually study every single week? Now, I would recommend anywhere from 5 to 10 hours for each level. However, the AAT recommend anywhere from 6 to 8, but I think this just really depends on your learning style. So if you're somebody who has to reverse engineer, like I do, then you're going to spend a longer time on, say, the workbook and the questions there, as opposed to going through the text. Some people like to go through the text and then the workbook. Some people like to listen because they're more of an audible learner, but it's really working out where you are. And there are tests you can do online to work out what type of learner you are. But I highly, highly recommend that you work out which one of those you are so you can tailor your study to that type of learning, because that's going to reduce the number of hours potentially for you. So let's move on to question 4. What does the syllabus look like at AAT level 2? So this is going to cover 4 key areas. So we've got our introduction to bookkeeping, principles of bookkeeping controls, principles of costing, and the business environment. Now personally, when I was studying, I didn't really like costing. I don't know if it's just because I didn't get it at the time, or maybe I didn't see any proper, real world examples in my workplace at the time. But it's actually a really interesting topic when you get into it. And if you have studied principles of costing already and you're on level 3 or level 4, let me know how you get on. So what does level 3 cover? This covers business awareness, financial accounting, preparing financial statements, management accounting techniques, tax processes for business, and if you're a student in Botswana, then you're going to be studying Botswana tax processes for business. So what about level 4? Now, level 4 actually works a little bit different to level 2 and level 3. And that's because there is an element of mandatory syllabus and then optional. So the ones that are mandatory are applied management accounting, drafting and interpreting financial statements, internal accounting systems and controls. And then we've got 5 different optionals. So they are business tax, personal tax, audit and assurance, cash and financial management, and credit and debt management. Now I've taken all of these in some aspects in different qualifications as well as the AAT, and I can say that I really enjoyed personal tax and business tax, and I would recommend, if you are going down the tax route, to definitely take those. If you're wanting to become more of a management accountant, then maybe look at cash and financial management. And I have to say again, financial management in itself is a really interesting topic when you get into that. And definitely if you take it further and end up doing further qualifications such as the ICAW or the ACCA, then it gets really interesting. Now on the other hand, if you want to go down the audit route like I did, then audit and assurance could be a really good option for you. And again, I would definitely recommend looking at that because it goes into quite a lot of depth for AAT. So it's really interesting, and I've got a video somewhere on audit and assurance which I'll pop a link to up above for you just here, just to assist you there. Now question number 5, can you self-study? Yes, absolutely, you can self-study the AAT. So again, you could do this in less time than 3 years. You could study from home. You could purchase the books on your own. You don't need to register with a training provider per se, but you do need to register with the AAT for the membership. So question number 6, the way that this is going to work is whether you are studying alone or whether you're studying with a provider such as First Intuition, for example, or Kaplan, etc., then it's going to work pretty much the same in terms of scheduling those exams. So how do assessments work? So when you're actually studying the AAT qualification, your knowledge and skills are going to be tested through computer-based exams. Now, they're administered by the AAT-approved training providers or at assessment centres and are run entirely on PCs or laptops. Now, these CBAs are marked in one of 3 ways. So wholly computer marked, and so results will be available automatically. Partially computer marked and partially human marked, and so results will be available within 6 weeks. Or wholly human marked, and so results will be available again within 6 weeks. Now that depends on the exact exam that you're taking at the time, so it's worth asking that question when you're looking into that exam. And in fact, at the very beginning of most AAT books, it does give you a little bit of information about how the assessment works. So if you're not sure, ask, or ask in the questions section below. So question number 7. Now, assessment fees range anywhere from £38 to £68, depending on where you sit those exams. So again, I would have a search in your local area for those assessment centres, and it should state on there exactly how much it costs to sit that exam, and that's going to be per exam. So let's just say that you sit an exam tomorrow and you fail for whatever reason and you've got to resit that exam, you're going to have to pay for that exam again. So it's the sitting of the exam that costs money, and that again doesn't matter whether you are with a provider or whether you're self-studying. Usually those costs are on top of the fee that you've already paid. So make sure that you're aware of that. Question 8. Now, at the moment, there's no remote sitting of exams. So if you study the ICB, which is the Institute of Certified Bookkeepers, then you can actually sit most of those exams remotely at home. And you'll be asked to sort of, video the room, etc., and then send that off as part of the actual examination. Currently, the AAT don't do that, but they are looking into that in the future. So you never know, we might see that. So I hope that helped, and if it did, make sure to give the video a like, put any comments or questions that you've got below, and I'll do my very best to answer them for you. But otherwise, I'll catch you at the next one.